what a profoundly challenging situation Henrik Pedersen has walked into here after Danny Roll's reluctant exit. Back-to-back league defeats to start his tenure, including a 3-0 defeat in their only game here so far. But his very youthful team beat Bolton in round one, and the players again showed their character and resilience on Saturday. This, though, is his and their toughest test so far. For Daniel Farke, well, this may not be at the top of his list of priorities, but Leeds' recent record in this competition is disappointing, to say the least. Beaten 3-0 at home by Borough in round one last season, beaten in round two by Salford City 2 seasons ago. He wants to progress to the next round, and he has the squad to do exactly that. Well, in the words of the Sheffield Wednesday Supporters Trust, the situation at the club continues to deteriorate. They've encouraged fans to give their ticket money to Sheffield Children's Hospital instead of coming tonight. Many have done that. There have been more than 100 meetings between these two famous Yorkshire rivals, but this is the first ever in the League Cup. Under normal circumstances, this place would be buzzing with anticipation and most likely sold out, but thousands of Wednesday fans have made that difficult decision to boycott the game. Nonetheless, there is a game to be played, with the place in the third round draw up for grabs. Leeds United will see this as a great opportunity. Their allocation sold out, 3,500 of them here, and they will certainly make themselves heard.
It's quite crazy, isn't it, when you just look around the stadium, and it's an iconic stadium. It's absolutely unbelievable, the situation that the club's in at the moment. But one thing I will say, they have that togetherness. Definitely on the pitch, they've showed that so far this season. Still early days. That's a positive that you've got to take out of it.
Leeds attacking the goal away to our right in this first half. I should say that Wednesday have failed to score in the last 4 meetings with Leeds. In fact, they've only scored in one of the last 7 meetings, home and away. And of course, this is an exceptionally youthful Sheffield Wednesday team. As the guy said, Lee, all the pressure really is on Leeds. They're expected to win handsomely here, given the starting 11 that Daniel Farke has named.
Yeah, most definitely. I think, you know, it looks a very strong starting 11, doesn't it? And that's where, yes, I think it does have that little bit more pressure on. Some of these players have got to get minutes. Some of these players have got to try and force their way in Daniel Farke's plans, and he knows that. And obviously coming up against a youthful Sheffield Wednesday side, I think he will just be saying, go out and enjoy your football.
Yeah, his run of 7 wins in a row came to an abrupt end on Saturday, but as he rightly said, Arsenal simply too good for us. Header there was by Mecha. We're expecting Mecha and Pirro to be pretty fluid. Daniel Farke said he expects them to swap around, give that young Sheffield Wednesday backline plenty of problems.
Yeah, I think that forward line in particular is the one that stands out, isn't it, with Pirro, who will look like he's playing in the 10, but at times he will chop and change with Mecha through the middle. I think that's the one thing you will and always have with this Leeds side, is that fluidity in that forward line. They can chop and change, they can chop and swap flanks, and that's where they're dangerous.
Reminiscent of COVID times there, with the ball boys having to clamber up the chairs and rows, which are completely empty, to try and retrieve the ball. Grew over the ball out to that left-hand side. as we expected, Harrison playing on the left and Byram at right back. Byram wearing the armband. Beal. Signed from Udinese last month. £15 million, 10 signings Leeds have made in the summer. The latest one, James Justin, yesterday.
Yeah, another good addition. This Leeds squad, they do look very strong, I must admit. That's why you can chop and change things this evening.
Aronson, Byram. Away there. Out Bale. They want a free kick there, Sheffield Wednesday, as George Brown went over.
Yeah, it's the right call. It was a good tackle. So important for these young Sheffield Wednesday players just to really stick in the game very early on. I would say early on, first 10-15 minutes, you just have to assess what is actually going to be coming at you in long periods.
Byram to Bornau, signed from Wolfsburg last month. Harrison. I'd certainly expect Leeds to have the lion's share of possession.
And pretty much guarantee that they're going to dominate a lot of the football this evening, for obvious reasons. You don't want to go chasing and leaving yourselves too far exposed, and that's why I feel that just trying to frustrate this Leeds side, they're going to have to be patient. There's no doubt. You can already see that this isn't really a back three, it's a back five, and then lots of forward players just sitting in front of that back line. I think the outlet is definitely going to be the likes of Jamal Lowe. He's got that pace to burn through the front line, maybe on that counter-attack.
See young George Brown chasing down the Leeds centre-backs. He'll be doing a lot of that. Byram. It's Gruev. Wide by Beal. Harrison. Waste no time delivering towards Aronson here. Bornau. Wednesday digging in, compact. No space in between those lines. That's what Leeds have got to try and find. And Piru caught in possession. Bringing it forward is Lowe. There is that pace that Lee was talking about. And Brown trying to make something happen. He's done precisely that. He's won a corner.
Yeah, he's looked bright and lively, hasn't he? I think he's going to have to work hard through the front line. I think that pressure, and that's what we've just seen there. Staunton just going and putting the squeeze on. Just knowing that Leeds are going to play. They're happy to let Leeds have the ball in front of them, and then it's time to really go and engage. But they've got to do that as units.
So Reece Johnson across to take the first corner of the night. Away by Mecha. Managed to retrieve it Wednesday with Lowe. Thornton. Cole McGee. Jarvis Thornton again. Oh, give and go with Johnson, delightful. And straight to Gruev. Aronson under pressure from Johnson. Longstaff. Down the line by Harrison. Noah Okafor, the Swiss forward, trying to get away from young Sekera.
It's a nice bright start, isn't it, from the home side? I just feel that loving the fact that they're coming up against some of the big hitters of the Premier League, which is brilliant for some of these young players. It really is experience and a half, and I relish the fact of really having them key battles all over the pitch.
I'm sure Henrik Pedersen has said to his players, seize this opportunity to play against Premier League quality here at home. Took the job 27 days ago, having previously been assistant to Danny Röhl. Danny Röhl, of course, so popular here. Very reluctantly made the decision to move on, given the turmoil unfolding. He wasn't the only one, of course. A couple of big players decided to terminate their contracts, which is their right, having not been paid. Byram. Pirou. Pirou couldn't find Harrison, but collected anyway by Okafor on that far side. Byram. Aronson, Byram once more. Being constantly harried by Sheffield Wednesday, having to work so hard without the ball. It'll be draining.
Yeah, it could be a long evening, but it really started the game well. I know that they're having to chase a lot of ball and really work hard out of possession, but that's what they're going to expect coming up against quality.
There's a big tackle in there from Rio Shipston. Sekera puts it behind for the corner. Sekera, who scored an absolute cracker in round one at Bolton, his first senior goal, which was nominated for goal of the round.
It was some finish, it really was.
Well, this was a rich source of goals for Leeds United in the Championship last season. Harrison takes their first corner of the night. Okafor up against Sekera once more. Harrison. Just too much for Okafor to do there. They wanted a free kick Wednesday, they're not going to get one. Harrison high up the pitch, tries to deliver, headed away by Ernie Weaver. The youngest member of that defence at 18.
It's incredible, isn't it? 18 years of age and having to dictate back there.
Lost the ball there, Johnson. Aronson.
Well, just what we expected to be. Leeds have absolutely dominated the football. And how long can they continue to do so? I mean, obviously, you look at the shots on target, so Sheffield Wednesday are defending gamely. They are making it difficult for them not to have it their complete own weight.
Now, getting in behind here is Okafor. I think the fact that the big zero in the shots column is why it's a little quiet in the away end. 90% possession, but nothing to show for it.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity, though, worked at left-hand side. Okafor, I think he just made the wrong choice. It's a slip across that 6-yard area. Mitchell was screaming for it, just a simple tap-in. I think that's what we're going to see with Leeds, aren't we? They're certainly going to leave themselves wide open because going to try and force and try and break down this Sheffield Wednesday side.
Well, they worked that very nicely. Hold-up play from Brown under pressure.
Well, it is one of the midfielders from Leeds United that are just sitting in between the two centre-halves that's allowing Harrison to really go and join in, make them double-ups. Likewise on this right-hand side with Byram.
Okafor with the ball in for Mecha. Scrambled away rather desperately. Piru with the pirouette. Sheffield Wednesday again chip it clear. Problem is they're pulling everyone back and there's just no outlet at all.
Well, that's the problem. I think that maybe looked at and assessed. I'm sure that Pedersen will realise that it is going to be a long goal evening anyway, but you need someone that's going to be a little bit of a focal point from that can just relieve some pressure. Whether it is Brown that maybe stays a little bit further advanced, or Jamal Lowe that can certainly turn a bad ball into a good ball.
Once again, Byram and Aronson trying to link up down this right side. Thornton just goes across to help out Johnson at left wing back, so he's not isolated 2v1. Very, very well organised at the moment, Sheffield Wednesday. Concentration is the key. They can be opened up if they switch off. Byram. Okafor kept it alive. And again, they just can't hold on to it. Harrison. Guided down for Nemecha. And no problem for Ethan Horvath.
No, it was a straight one to him. Hard one for Mitchell to really swing his foot and get pace, accuracy all at the same time. It's coming from a little bit of height, isn't it, as well? A little cushion header back and the swivel.
Well, once again, George Brown with some excellent centre-forward play, and he's won the free kick this time.
Well, that's why he plays an important role. I said about having someone who can certainly work hard up there, be a nuisance. So far he has done so.
It's a couple of times now with his back to goal, he's caused a problem. So a set-piece opportunity for Sheffield Wednesday. Jarvis Thornton with the ball in. They do get the first contact through Otigbeya. Far the most experienced of those defenders this evening. 26 senior appearances between them. Otigbeya has 18 of those. These are tiny numbers. Bornau felt that that should have been a free kick, as did his manager. He said to us before the game, didn't he? It's very easy to look at these lineups and think Leeds should be absolutely cruising here, but you saw their spirit at the weekend. 2-0 down at Wrexham at half-time. They could so easily have folded. Instead, they came back and should have won the game.
Well, I think that's where you have to credit, the behind the scenes of the coaching staff, obviously the players that are available. And you have to say that you're digging deep. It's quite easy to realise what's going on off the field and use that as an excuse. That's not the case here at all. You can see that even this young side that's been put out today, really working hard for one another. And that spirit's going to be so massive for Sheffield Wednesday throughout this season.
Through the middle goes Johnson. Headed away by Seb Bornau. Forward by McGee. Thornton up against Gruev, and it is a free kick to Leeds.
I think that's going to be important as well when they do get the chance to play forward. He's one of their midfielders. He needs to go and break the lines, try and disrupt what Leeds are, and they are back in a defensive shape.
Byram's header, but straight to McGee. Straight out there, giving encouragement to his players. He's delighted with this opening 20 minutes.
I think it's what he's expected, he sure has, and I think likewise for Daniel Farker. I think he would have realised that it was going to be a tough show. It wasn't just going to turn up and it was going to be an easy ride for Leeds. It was going to be about a patient approach, which they certainly have done.
Born out. This is the Leeds fans you're hearing making the noise. Plenty of them have got a lot of sympathy for Sheffield Wednesday's plight. They've had troublesome owners themselves in the past, but tonight it's all about showing no mercy. Harrison. Forward it goes by Gruev, but the offside flag is up.
I said about seeing that first 10-15 minutes out. Just gone past the 21-minute mark, and I think they will be over the moon with the way things are setting up, just realising that they're going to have to be compact at times, and they have to choose the times when they can get forward. Situations like this, when Ethan Horvath's got the ball, can you get bodies in and around the front two? Can you pick up the second balls? Can you win the bits and pieces? You might just turn something into a bit of magic.
Foul there by Brown. Supporters Trust have organised some beanbacks for the fans who decided to boycott this game. Over 1,400 watching at Wadsley Bridge Club. Another 400 or so at the Jubilee Sports Club. And they'll be very happy with what they're seeing so far. Having to dig in, but doing it very effectively. As one Wednesday fan said this week, we're going through hell here, and we're still above the Blades. And look at the table. Well, there is a meaningful strike from Leeds United, but it's over the crossbar. Horvath had that covered.
It was always rising. Because the match are just drifting out into that wide position. We said that there will be not versatility through that front line. I said Horvath just watching that, and it's going over his crossbar.
A quarter of the game gone. Sheffield Wednesday haven't actually kept a home clean sheet in 2025. The last one was in December here against Stoke. No clean sheets in 14 home and away. Their longest run without a clean sheet since 2018. Just underlines how impressive this start has been. Bit of pressure on Bornau there, once again from Brown.
This just identifies how Sheffield Wednesday have set up. Look at that defensively, they're so compact. As you said, Gary, they've got to be really suffocating the midfield and the backline area, looking for that outlet of getting Jamal Lowe on the front foot. I must say, he hasn't really had a touch of the ball in the game, has he? And that's where the quality has to still come from. One of the midfielders has to be brave on the ball and try and pick that pass out, otherwise it is going to continue to be a long evening.
Peru, on it goes for Aronson. Well away by Cole McGee. Sequeira here to take the throw. Young Brazilian. Harrison. Bornau. Now Byram. Trying to use the full width of the pitch here, Leeds, trying to pull this Wednesday side apart a little bit.
And that's the role that Gruev's playing, isn't he? He's almost playing as a centre-half, because that's allowing the two wide full-backs, if you like, to be really high up the pitch, because of the way that Sheffield Wednesday are so deep in a back five. They've got to try and disrupt and pull that defence apart in some way. Might need a little bit of movement, maybe from that midfield area. It's said about Longstaff, he does and always has made them runs, dynamic runs in behind, where he finds himself in really good goal-scoring positions.
He's managed in the Danish second tier, the German third tier, and in Norway with Strom Godset. But what a challenge this job is. With everything going on behind the scenes, as he said to us before the game, you can only focus on the team. But there's a lot of background noise, isn't there?
Yeah, there definitely is. That's the hard thing about it.
Burst from Harrison again. Okafor trying to make something happen here, and the effort was from Aronson. Didn't quite get hold of it, which allowed Horvath to parry it away. That's as close as Leeds have come in the opening 28 minutes.
Teasing cross as well, wasn't it? You just expected Leeds players to get on the end of that. Harrison ended up being the one that did get the purchase. I'm not sure that he got enough. Really trouble all that. I think he was just protecting his goal.
Aronson it was that actually opened the scoring here in the league a year ago, about this sort of time actually. A very good finish. Gruev. Harrison. Again bringing Okafor into the action. Well, he goes over and looks at the referee, who looks in the opposite direction.
I think it would have been a soft one if it was given, to be quite honest.
Harrison, just a reminder that there's no VAR. It doesn't come in until the semi-finals of this competition.
This was the one where just drives inside. I think the ball's just getting away. It would have been a very harsh penalty if it was given.
It was the Zimbabwean Sean Fusia with the challenge. Nice feet from Aronson there. Too much on the cross. It'll be retrieved by Noah Okafor. Now Harrison. Too deep.
Yeah, that's been the only disappointment, I'd say, for Daniel Farke and Leeds. Is probably the lack of quality when they've got in good situations, particularly from wide areas. You did just see that ball that was flashed across where Harrison's probably had the best chance of the game for Leeds. I think that might be the one that's just frustrating him there. He does look a little bit animated. Speaking to his coaching staff, can it be better? It should be better.
The club record, 100 points, 29 league wins last season, en route to promotion. Absolutely brilliant season. Now to establish Leeds back in the Premier League. That's the #1 priority. It's easier said than done, as promoted teams have discovered in the last couple of years. But they have all won, the three of them, this season. In August. That certainly didn't happen last year. That free kick is absolutely drilled, and Otigbeyo got his head to it. Bornau, Byram. Ruev. This is Biol. They're just all pivoting together, that line of 5, 3 in front, and the 2 forwards.
If one's putting the squeeze on that we've just seen there with George Brown, the other one's dropping in.
Brown just tried to find his strike partner there, Jamal Lowe. Sure, Lowe knew he wouldn't see too much of the ball this evening. That's certainly how it's transpired. Here's Mecha. Not allowed to get the cross in, but just a little too aggressive in the end from McGee. It will be a free kick to Leeds.
Yeah, just a little bit too much. Only that little bit of inexperience just forced them away from goal. So he wants to do everything right.
Well, could it be a set piece that opens up Sheffield Wednesday? Brendan Aronson over the ball here for Leeds United. Well, the delivery will need to be a lot better than that. Nice sidestep from Thornton, and he's squeezed it through to Lowe. Lowe got away from Longstaff. Fusia out to the right-hand side, and they're flooding forward here. Well, the ball in from Guy Sekera. Suddenly they've got a lot of players bolstering the attack.
Well, that was a counter-attack, wasn't it? And they did brilliantly here. That's where Thornton works hard, and then Jamal Lowe gets himself an opportunity to run at the back line, switch a play. Sekera, I think he's actually going for the strike, you know. I'm not sure he's trying to pick anyone out.
Sekera lining up a long throw this time in towards Weaver, guided down by Fusia. Leeds got it away, had everyone back there. Johnson. Jack Harrison. Bio. When he does play more, you'll see him in a defensive midfield role, but quite happy at centre-back. Second most expensive Slovenian ever after Benjamin Šeško. Byram. Oh, that was a lovely ball. And Mecha just hesitated and didn't get hold of it in the end.
Yeah, it was a good block as well from Shoots, then he gets back and defends. Central midfielder that has to help his defenders out.
Down goes Mecha. That'll be a free kick to Leeds. Scored the penalty that won the game against Everton on his debut 8 days ago, having signed from Wolfsburg. For now, Bio. Harrison. Before, back to Jack Harrison. There's no way he was getting past Otegbeyo there. He's hurt himself having made that challenge.
It's a forceful challenge. There's a little bit of discomfort here. I think it's the follow-through from both players, isn't it, where the challenge is there to be made.
Yeah, saw one for the Republic of Ireland centre-back. He made his professional debut in this competition a year ago against Hull. As a sub, then started in round 3. That was where his journey began.
Let's just have another look at it, because it's just that little run in behind here from Harrison, and then it's a full-blooded one, isn't it? And straight away he knows that something not quite right. Familiar face. I wonder if we're going to get to see his presence on the pitch today. Great to see him back. I'm sure he'll be hungry to prove a point.
Yeah, he's taken Patrick Bamford's number 9 jersey for Leeds. He signed from Everton, where he had 9 years. Great record in this competition in terms of goals. And of course, Sheffield boy as well.
Big opportunity, isn't it, for Calvert-Lewin? It really is. You feel that this season, if he can get himself fit, it could be a really big signing for Daniel Farke.
I think he was tempted to put him in the squad. The travel to Arsenal, but he's just going through a little bit of a mini pre-season, having the need to catch up a little bit, which is why he's on the bench tonight. I'm sure he's itching to get on. Could be a very big signing, that one, for Daniel Farke. Said to us he's a great character as well, and that's very important.
Well, he's well known, isn't he, Daniel Farke? He doesn't like to disrupt what he's got in his changing room too much. I know that they've had to obviously strengthen the squad. Promotion from the Championship to Premier League, always the way. Survival this season.
And none of these young Wednesday players will want to come off. Otegbeyo certainly felt the full force of that. So for the time being, they play with 10, the home side. McGee with the back pass. Helped on by Lowe, looking for Brown. Well dealt with by Beale. Wide by Longstaff. Collected here by Okafor. Byram. Well, not on the right wavelength there. Aronson and Byram. Out it goes for a throw to Wednesday. More frustration for Leeds. And Otigbeyo, having come back on, is down again here. You wonder if he may have to be withdrawn.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a dead leg, doesn't it? I think he has some treatment on that far side where you can pretty much see that he doesn't want to come off. You just stated that point, Gary, for obvious reasons. It does look like it could be the end of an evening for him.
Well, that is Joe Emery, who's only 18. Made his senior debut from the start in round one. That game at Bolton when they were 3 times in front, pegged back each time, 1 on penalties. And he signed his first contract with the club at the start of July.
Well, this was the challenge. This one might have been the follow-through. It could be knee on knee. Yes, I think it. Do you know what? It looks like a dead leg there, where just the follow-through from Jack Harrison. You don't always realise until you actually go to stand up, but the follow-through always beat nasty ones, particularly when both players are going for that ball collision. He's disappointed.
Well, that's made the average age of that back five even lower. With an 18-year-old replacing a 20-year-old. It really is an under-21s defence, really.
Well, they've done brilliant up to now, I must say. I know that they haven't had an awful lot to probably go at going forward, but for sure they've looked so organised and compact, and they've really frustrated Leeds in this first half. And Daniel Farker, by the looks of things.
Yeah, pity for Otigbeyo. He's the senior member of that defence. They did well there, Beale. George Brown trying to put pressure on Carl Darlow, and out it goes.
There's one thing that you get with a really young team, and that's lots of energy, don't you? That's what we've seen this evening.
And we saw 1 or 2 have cramp in the first round. Joe Emery was one of them, actually had to go off with 20 minutes left because they'd just given everything in that game at Bolton. Aronson. Did well in the end, he was set upon by 3. Bornau finding Beale. Gruev. Longstaff. Trying to find Byram. Instead, it's Cole McGee who gets there first. Bornau couldn't keep possession. Fusia tried to play it through for Brown, which was the right idea, but the execution was lacking.
Yeah, maybe going out to his right-hand side. Secure is screaming for it in lots of space because he needs to flood him forward.
Piru. Again, no room to thread it through. Plenty of runners ahead of him. Beale. Oh, very nearly caught in possession by Jamal Lowe. Aronson. Gruev. Oh, did extremely well there. Once again, Sean Fisir.
I wonder what the message is going to be to them Leeds players. And Daniel Farker, I just feel that it's very static. It's not a lot of movement. Everybody wants the ball to their feet rather than maybe that spin that might just stretch the Sheffield Wednesday back five. At the moment, they're on top.
And he's got a lot of insurance on the bench, hasn't he? Daniel Farke may need them. Bursting through there. Okafor. It's the young lad who's just come on, Emery, who puts it out of play for a corner to Leeds. With half-time fast approaching. With the injury to Otagbeo, we are going to have 3 minutes of stoppage time. Harrison with the corner. Cleared as far as Aronson. And the shot is on target from Okafor, but not a problem for Horvath.
I wouldn't say it was the most convincing of catches from Ethan Horvath. I think just taking a little bit of spin off the ball. That's one thing you don't want to be doing. You've defended gamely for long periods of this first half and then give something cheap away. And that hard work could go to waste.
Yeah, made a mistake, didn't he, for the second goal that Wrexham scored at the weekend. Carried it straight to the goal scorer, but actually played very well after that. Hasn't played a lot of football at all in the last year. Here is Johnson, looking for Lowe. He's found him. It was over the head of Biol. And he's got the free kick as well. He tried to recover and compounded the error. And it's a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday.
And it's just that little bit of quality, Gary, is it? A little clipped pass into Jamal Lowe that just turns Leeds over, and then fouls drawn. Have to take advantage of these situations, they really do. Real key stage in the half. We're just approaching that final whistle in the first half, but this is a good opportunity to take a strike on, I feel. I know it's quite some distance out, but Darlow's had nothing to do.
Jamal Lowe scored in the second round last season, a win at Grimsby. He's eyeing this one up in the 3rd minute of first half stoppage time. Take something pretty special from this sort of range, wouldn't it? Low takes. Oh, it fizzes wide of that post. Carl Darlow had got across. It was a good strike.
Yeah, does he get it though? If it is creeping in that corner, it's not a million miles off, is it? I think he does get it. He just pulls the arm in, just past the post.
Low again. Leeds have got Okafor down here. We play on and Darlow has it. Well, that is half-time and a standing ovation for the Sheffield Wednesday players for that spirited first half showing. They more than matched Leeds United, and that free kick from Lowe right at the end of the half, as close as either side came, really. Couple of shots on target from Leeds, which caused no problem at all for Ethan Horvath. Can they keep this going, or will Leeds United quality tell in the second half? At the break, it's Sheffield Wednesday 0, Leeds United 0.
Both teams are back out at Hillsborough and they're ready to go, so let's rejoin Lee and Gavin.
Yes, thank you, Mark. Well, Leeds United have got a great record here. Haven't lost at Hillsborough since 2017 when Gary Hooper scored twice in a 3-0 Wednesday win. Just one defeat in the last 8 meetings with Wednesday. They rarely look like scoring in the first half here. Big improvement required. No changes to either side at half-time. Wednesday now attacking the goal away to our right-hand side. Referee Rob Jones, by the way, was in charge of this fixture in the Championship 7 seasons ago. That finished all square, 1-1. Wednesday would take that, chance their arm on penalties as they did at Bolton in the last round. Long way to go. Leeds attacking the goal behind which their 3,500 supporters are housed. Horvath going down at the feet of Mecha.
Yeah, it's got to be better from Leeds. Having a lot of possession in that first half, not asking enough questions. I guarantee that was the message in the changing room. It has to be better. I think for some of these players as well that featured this evening for Leeds United, it's a big opportunity. Really, that's the manager getting in that team, particularly from that heavy defeat the weekend. Just hasn't been anywhere near a Leeds United performance what we've seen.
Yeah, we know they can be so thrilling to watch when they move the ball quickly. Haven't reached those heights as yet. Gruev, the Bulgarian. Deals ball forward and Harrison chasing it down. Sekera puts it out of play.
Yeah, that's the kind of movement you want from your wide players. They're going to be the outlet. Harrison making that darting run, he's got pace. Just needs to be picked out a few times. It requires that right side. Harrison might just come and tuck in. Just try and take that full back inside that knows the space in behind in wide areas. Then it's all about good delivery into the box.
11 goals from corners in the Championship last season. No team scored more. It's cleared up in the air by the defender. Desperate scrambling clearance. Not once, but twice. Well, it was frantic defending, but effective. And Sheffield Wednesday now bombing forward themselves. Well done by Brown to Lowe. Back to George Brown again. You can see exactly what he was trying to do with the left-footed curler.
I've been really impressed with him, by the way. I really have. I know he's had to work really hard because of lack of supply and lack of ball, but he's come out sparkling in the second half, trying to hit Carl Darlow, that whipping ball.
Just a little deflection on the shot made it easier for Darlow. Easy decision, that one, for the referee. Fusier is pushed over by Longstaff, winner of this competition last season, of course. Gruev. Longstaff to Harrison. Okafor. Wriggle away from Sekera. It's been a great battle between those two. And he's won the free kick. That challenge by Rio Shipston.
A couple of swipes there, wasn't there, from Shipston? Really fortunate as well there. Okafor kept going. He's getting handed and pressured.
Another set piece for Leeds. Not taking any chances here Wednesday with a three-man wall. And that's a long way out. What can Brendan Aronson do with this? It's Gruev just trying to catch the goalkeeper out. He's quite a long way from doing so.
Yeah, he's gone for that low, bending one round the wall. It's got to be absolutely perfect to do so.
Not exactly happy down there, Daniel Farke.
I wonder when he's going to look towards his bench and maybe think of something else, a different solution, different method maybe. Talk about Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think this suits him to really come on and make a big impact. Maybe more of a focal point for the front two. I know we said that there'll be movement, but no one has really just stayed up there and it's stuck.
Good work from Lowe. And it's a throw to Wednesday. Sakara has the ball. Foussier. Weaver. And McGee with a loose one.
It's been so impressive from Sheffield Wednesday, that out of possession. They have had an opportunity to get forward. They really do work hard to get back into that back five. That 3 and the 2 that, or even that 1 and 1 they've dropped back into. Just doesn't seem to be any space to really try and get that ball forward for Leeds United. That's credit to this young group.
Okafor. Mecha. Yeah, a bit of space on that far side. Well, the space was very quickly closed down as Aaron was brought down by Johnson.
That's where they've looked dangerous, Leeds, when they've had that switch of play and they've tried to access some kind of areas. And it's just that it's a useful challenge. Just catches Sam Byron. This is a really good area. This is one where you at least expect him to work Horvath in goal. Have to it, at least. He can make a save, hit that target.
Peru puts the ball down purposefully. This could be a real opportunity for Leeds United. Peru! Oh. Well, it looked close.
It looked really, really close. I thought he was going to go this near post. Goes for the far post, doesn't he? It just hasn't got a little bit of dip at the end and maybe a little bit more width towards the far corner.
It's his 100th appearance for Leeds, by the way. Only scored in one of his last 14 appearances. I feel he's due one. Although that one appearance is when he scored 4 times against Stoke. Passes by McGee and wasn't really enough on it. Peru. Square ball for Aronson. Oh, that's a great recovery. It'll be a corner.
Yeah, it's brilliant. This is what you're going to get. Yes, it's just a short one that's back to Horvath. Yeah, the pressure's on. But look, the blue and white shirts, everyone just hounding, not allowing Needs to, and Harrison to take that strike on cleanly. Absolutely brilliant. I think it's Reece Johnson that gets across and dives in.
Yep, it certainly was. Harrison bursting into the box here. Well, that was a variation on the corner kick. Nearly weaved away through.
Yeah, he does well. Just gets that little short corner and then the direct, very positive. We haven't seen enough of that this evening from influential forward players. This is one of the only times that we got the better of the defender.
Well, it does look like Leeds United are going to make a double change. Daniel Farke's seen enough. Wilfried Gnonto and Dominic Calvert-Lewin getting ready to come on. Could that be a decisive double switch? Biol. Good couple of headers from McGee. Matchup against Sekera. Just corner was given in the end there. Innovation for Harrison as he comes across to take the latest Leeds corner. Another short one. Okafor. Harrison. And again. Harrison. Longstaff. Harrison. Just can't push up at the moment. Longstaff with the diagonal, seeking out Piroux. Tried to get the corner off Johnson, and there was a double ricochet. So here comes the double change. Brendan Aronson and Lucas Mecha withdrawn. And those young defenders won't be too happy to see Wilfried Gnonto coming on with his pace, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin for his debut. There is Calvert-Lewin, 12 goals in 16 League Cup appearances in his career, including a hat-trick for Everton against West Ham 5 years ago. One or two cheers from the Wednesday fans for his Sheffield United connection. Spent 11 years there.
I think it's been crying out for more of a focal point, more than just maybe 2 10s at times, and that's how it felt. I think he'll be refreshed. Calvert-Lewin, it's good to see him back on the field of play. He's having to work hard to get that full fitness. This will be a good run out for him.
Born out. Byram looking for Gnonto. His first contribution against Johnson. Gruev. Harrison. Leeds fans singing the name of their new number 9. Okafor. Harrison. He was honing in on that one. There's Calvert-Lewin, here's Gnonto. Biol. Longstaff.
Already just the 2 subs have just made that little bit more of a spark and energy already. And so direct and positive straight away as soon as he receives the ball.
Peru. Byram. Peru again. Knocked wide by Longstaff for Byram. Header from Ernie Weaver. They just can't look after the football at the moment. Wednesday dropping in really deep here to dig in. Byram, Nonto. Sam Byram again. And Harrison blasted it to no great effect. Viol, Bornal. An hour gone. Nonto in behind, will keep that in. And a stretch from McGee at the near post.
He had to be there as well. Maybe could have had a call from his goalkeeper. Safety first. So much better from Leeds. This introduction of them two, Nonto and Calvert-Lewin, moving the ball quicker, better authority.
Just hanging on a little bit here, Wednesday. Harrison with the corner. And they'll get a respite here. Free kick to the home side. They will welcome any sort of breather. I just wonder if Henrik Pedersen will respond to that double sub with a change of his own, maybe even a double change. He's got the experience of Ike Ugbo, should I say, up front. He's also got the wild card, Will Granger. If he wants to change that front two, Granger there, just 16 on the left. Already a Wales under-19 international. Oh, in it goes by Lowe, asking the question, and drilled goalwards by Thornton. Parried away, Lowe again! Oh, is that over the line? Yes, it's a goal for Sheffield Wednesday! Quite incredible. He just couldn't keep it out, Darlow. And after all that Leeds United pressure, it's Sheffield Wednesday with a rare attack who've surged into the lead through their captain, Jamal Lowe.
Yeah, and he did brilliantly out wide. Listen, I don't think by any stretch that Carl Darlow covers himself in any glory whatsoever, even the first save, but they have a go, don't they? The strike here, it's parried away, it's recycled, and whether it's a cross, whether it's a shot, it's in the back of the net. I mean, Carl Darlow, oh my word, he will not want to see that. The spin just going over the line, and then the celebrations, absolutely brilliant, together, all together, and just having that applaud to the fans that are here. Absolutely unbelievable.
Well, he was just about to be substituted, Jamal Lowe. He might still be here, as it looks like they are going to change the front two. So George Brown off, having given absolutely everything for the cause in attack. 19-year-old off, 16-year-old on. What a moment this is for Will Granger, who scored 14 goals for the under-18s last season. Wonderful partnership he had with Kalen Kadamatri, who's now been sold to Manchester City. And off goes Jamal Lowe, just seconds after celebrating the goal. It'll be the Canadian Ike Ugbo who comes on to take his place and take the armband.
Yeah, he's done his job. Yeah, you've got fresh legs. I thought the front two worked tireless. No, they haven't had an awful lot of ball, but You get rewards when you work hard, and both of them centre forwards. They'll have a rest up now.
Well, Leeds United need to show a little bit of character now, don't they? Okafor wins a corner. They've been in a defensive mode for so long Wednesday. They broke forward. Jarvis Thornton had that strike. Could Darlow have dealt better with that? He certainly could have dealt better with Lowe's effort. Wednesday lead. Now, can Leeds United respond straight away? Harrison's corner. Nonto.
It's becoming a frustrating evening. Leeds United, they've really done a job so far. This one here from Nonto. Got it all wrong. Technique. Maybe have a touch and then take that strike on. They need to respond, don't they? It says they come into this game with a high amount of pressure, being the Premier League side. Credit to Sheffield Wednesday, they've defended brilliantly, and so they've had limited opportunity in the forward area, but you keep grinding and working hard, you get rewards, and that's what they did do. Now they've got to defend gamely.
Well, he's really engaged in the action, isn't he? Henrik Pedersen probably can't believe this with a quarter of the game to go. His young side leading Leeds by a goal to nil. All the way through there for Ogbo. A couple of good chances at the weekend, actually. She couldn't take. Longstaff. Peru trying to roll that through for Okafor. And now Nonto! Great stop from Horvath. He really got his laces behind that, Nonto. Okafor. Volleyed straight to Biol. Byram down the line for Nonto. Taking on Johnson. Awkward one that for Sikera. Okafor gets to it first. Ruev. Now. Nonto for Byram. Oh, Okafor went for it. Good block in there again. Harrison now. Balls into the box, the order of the day for Leeds. Retrieved by Nonto, taking on Johnson. Johnson may well need some help over there with Nonto coming on. Certainly plenty of time for Leeds to sort this mess out. Went across this time. Well, it was a brilliant double stop, wasn't it, from Horvath?
Yeah, it was needed. It was two big saves, a great little through ball there, the strike there. The save had to be made, double save. Nonto pounces, great little through ball there. Okafor taking that strike on first time, trying to catch Ethan Horvath out. When called upon, he delivers.
Farker looking at another double change momentarily. You see Joden Bogle and Anton Stack ready to come on as well. Oh, it's a brilliant run from Nonto. It was more than a brilliant run, it was a scintillating one, but the finish at the end was blocked. Harrison. Okafor taking on Sekera, who managed to get back brilliantly.
I'll tell you what, I'm so impressed with the back line. They've been really, really good. And the three centre-halves, and Mummy that's come on as well. McGee making them real big blocks. Scintillating one there from Nonto.
So Byram and Gruev off, Bogle and Stack on. Stack, the German midfielder, has played every minute of the first two Premier League games after his move from Hoffenheim last month. £17.4 million.
This is where you have to give credit to the young Sheffield Wednesday side. They've made Daniel Farker put some of the big guns on to try and rescue this.
Stack with a delightful diagonal. Piru winning it back and then pulled back. It could well be a booking. I think he knew that was coming, Shipston.
Jean Piru just getting away, brilliant feet. Shipston, you can see he's just pulling his shirt off his back. You can have that after.
Well, we've seen some well-struck free kicks already. Big discussion going on here. Looks like Piru's moving away. Harrison seems to really fancy this one. Stack is there as well. It is Harrison into that wall. The attempted delivery was closed down. He's got it again though. Nonto. Did the first bit well to get away from Johnson. Longstaff. Leeds toiling here in their search for a leveller. On the line by Bogle to Nonto. Bogle again, won't get to that. But, it is a foul on Nonto.
I don't want to keep giving away cheap fast free kicks in these attacking third. Nonto's been nice and lively since coming on. It's the foul there. Johnson just clipping his heels. Can they produce something of quality? That's the only thing I will say is that they've been better in the second half, Leeds. Just probably lack that little class and that touch of quality in the final third delivery.
An expectant hush descends in the away end as Harrison prepares to take the free kick. Well, Horvath had to get something on that. Not necessarily orthodox, but he's got the ball and that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't the style, was it? It was just the fact of getting that punch and then the catch.
It's Will Granger putting the pressure on there. There's a big suspicion of handball there, but Granger's presence was enough. Longstaff puts it out for a throw.
Yeah, he wants a foul as well. He was getting hounded there. Granger. It was a big shot handball, it wasn't. Off the chest. Great pressure though, that is. That's what it's all about. Getting away from the goalkeeper and getting away from your goal, leaving a bit of pressure.
Another long throw potential here for Sekera. Not too many for Sheffield Wednesday in the box there. Sequeira once more, hacked away by Harrison. Options here for Sequeira. Wouldn't quite fall for Fisir. Will it fall for Shipston? And in the end, the free kick goes Leeds' way.
It's a good run from Shipston. Takes that big touch. The momentum gets him forward into the box.
I'm sure plenty of those Leeds fans here tonight were in the away end at Salford a couple of years ago when they exited the competition. We don't want a repeat of that. Piru's made a terrific dart in between two defenders there. It's just out of reach for Calvert-Lewin.
And again, the lack of quality. Surely that's infuriating. Daniel Farker, brilliant pick out from Adam Bogle. Really good run, but we're in product again.
I think a bit of cramp there maybe for Sequeira as he tried to close down Harrison. Another one who's given absolutely everything for the Wednesday cause. And it's getting to that sort of time when cramp could be a problem. Oh, there's 2v none from the short corner here. Harrison, and the header's wide. Well, he attacked it, Calvert-Lewin, didn't he? And they just switched off from the corner kick. Could have paid the price.
Yeah, this is the key time in the game. Tired minds. You just switch off. Calvert-Lewin does get a little bit of contact on the header. Harrison swings that in. Difficult opportunity for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Have to keep focused now, Sheffield Wednesday.
A couple of the more senior players getting ready to come on for Sheffield Wednesday. Liam Palmer and Charlie McNeil. Certainly Liam Palmer. And I suspect that'll be for Sequeira, who just seemed to cramp up a minute ago. Here's Stack. That's really good pressure from Ugbo, and the decision goes Wednesday's way. Longstaff fumes at the decision again.
I just felt that could he have let play continue on there. He had a real big break on because so many Leeds players out of position. Longstaff getting caught in possession.
Looking down, bottom of your picture there, you can see Liam Palmer. Looks like Barry Bannon will be coming on as well. There he is. It just suggests that Henrik Pedersen is saying we could close this out here. Bogle. Terrific bursts forward. Breaks for Calvert-Lewin, who goes out wide for Piru. Through the referee's legs to Harrison. Ugbo, that's where he needs to make it stick, but he's handled it. And the pressure continues and intensifies from Leeds United. Nonto. Oh, the ricochet falls kindly for Ugbo. Thornton's pressure nearly paid off.
Yeah, you just look down now and see Bannon and Palmer coming on. The experience just might see them over the line here. Pedersen looking at two of his more senior players just to really keep this side focused. No silly mistakes.
Oh, that's a terrific run, isn't it? From Bogle, he's done supremely well. He's managed to get it through for Gnonto. Bogle once more. Just tried to tiptoe through. It's Gnonto. Bogle! He's done it! There's the Leeds leveller. Well, an exercise in persistence from Jayden Bogle. A couple of twinkle-toed runs from the fullback, and finally a terrific finish with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, absolutely excellent from Jayden Bogle. And again, the subs that have come on have really had a spark and an impact. And have a look at this, it's brilliant feet. Just not admiring things. Wants to get back on that ball. Re-engages a great little through ball, that is, from Wilfried Gnonto. And the strike from Jayden Bogle, well, it's a real tight, acute angle, but it ends up coming to him. Great little reverse pass in behind. It struck hard, low, at that near post. I mean, you might question Horvath, but it goes through the legs. There's only one place he could really put that, and he sticks it in quite brilliantly.
Well, grandstand finish coming up with the two experienced players coming on for Sheffield Wednesday. Barry Bannon, of course, had a loan spell at Leeds much earlier in his career, and Liam Palmer comes on for his 467th Sheffield Wednesday appearance, in the top 5 of the all-time appearance list here. Well, it was their 21st attempt, Leeds United, and they finally break the Sheffield Wednesday resistance with more than 80% possession.
Yeah, it's been so much better in the second half, I must admit. Yes, I know that Sheffield Wednesday have been limited, but found themselves hitting the front. Leeds, they've kept going, haven't they? And they've just had that edge, as you'd expect, with the quality that they have out there.
Daniel Farcombe wants to make his final change, and it's Dan James waiting to come on for the final 8 minutes or so to try and win the game for Leeds. A reminder that there is no extra time, of course. It would be straight to penalty kicks were it to finish level after 90 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll want to get this done and dusted. I think he'll feel that momentum will be key now to getting that goal.
Harrison has got it into Calvert-Lewin. That's the sort of service he wants. Bogle. Well, not hard and low this time, miles over.
Yeah, that was a hard one to really take on first time. Calvert-Lewin swinging that cross, and it's a brilliant run from Calvert-Lewin. Not many bodies in the box. He's come out of that position, and then you've got to hit that absolutely spot on.
Okafor off, Dan James on for Leeds United. Was Bogle's first ever goal in the competition, by the way, on his 10th League Cup appearance. Netted 6 times in the Championship last season, best scoring season of his career. Beaten to it there, though, by Weaver. Bannon did well. That pass won't find Ugbo. It's Yacobiol to get it away. Harrison. Gnonto now on the left with James coming on the right. Good stuff. Pirou. They've got all the weapons out there now to defeat Sheffield Wednesday Leeds, but can they get the job done in the time that remains? First contribution for James. Wouldn't fall for Longstaff. Granger. Well, he didn't panic, did he? the 16-year-old.
Definitely composed there.
There he is again. Got a man down here, Sheffield Wednesday, in their left back area. The referee is going to stop the game with 5 minutes to play.
Yeah, it's a big
So Reece Johnson.
Yeah, he's worked so hard though, hasn't he? And defensively, you expect obviously them full-backs, wing-backs, they have to work hard, particularly the style that Leeds come out in the formation and use their wide players so well. They work so hard, these young Sheffield Wednesday lads.
Yeah, whatever happens from here, Pedersen can take so much in this performance because he may have to use plenty of these young players over the course of the season.
If he gets the determination that he has done this evening, I don't think he'll be worried about selecting any single one of these youngsters. I've been so impressed. He hasn't phased them at all against coming up some of these top players.
Daniel Farke will look at the watch and see there's 4 minutes plus stoppage time to go to find a winning goal for Leeds United. Dan James. That'll be a free kick.
Free kicks that seem to be on that roughly the same spots, and they get one right.
Anton Stack over the ball here. Everyone back inside the box for Wednesday. Desperate to cling on. Stack takes over Calvert-Lewin. Foussier with a big header there. Liam Palmer puts that into the Sheffield night sky. Bogle. Stack. Monto. Leeds looking for that flash of inspiration and get them into round 3. Wednesday holding that disciplined shape that we've seen throughout the night, which has made life so difficult for their Premier League opponents. James, Bogle. Bornau. Bogle looking for James again, nipping him behind, but it's onto the roof of the net. It's going to be fascinating now, isn't it? Is the number on the 4th official's board. 90 seconds of normal time to go.
That's good play, it's well worked. And James just can't get that ball back into the danger zone. Calvert-Lewin just crying out for that little bit of quality. Might just get him on the score sheet and get him the winner. He'll be so frustrated this evening, particularly that in wide areas where they work so hard on trying to produce and creativity hasn't been good enough.
Daniel Farke was asking how much stoppage time there will be. There will be 5 minutes, we believe, a minimum of. Up in the air by Palmer. Harrison. What a play by Liam Palmer. Stack with the diagonal. James to Bogle. James just pulled back there. And Reece Johnson has shown the yellow card, and that was inevitable.
He's had a few of them where players have just gone away from him. A tough evening, a tired one at that. It's a tired foul.
Can Sheffield Wednesday survive the final 5 minutes of this game? Or can Leeds find a way through? Stack low to Calvert-Lewin! So close. From Leeds' new number 9, that surely would have won it.
Well, I said about it was just waiting for a moment. Good bit of quality in, that's what he's got. Listen, this isn't an easy chance by any stretch. It's coming at pace, it's low, it's hard, but you expect that to be the winning goal. Just inches past the post. Absolutely head in your hands moment for Henry Farker.
Will they get a better chance than that in the short amount of time that remains?
Well, you felt that there was going to be the big chance. I mean, that's possibly the biggest chance of the game, for sure. Right in front of goal.
Bogle looking for James, he's in behind again. Longstaff. Harrison back to Nonto. Tried to cut back, and that was never on. Once again, it's Granger doing some terrific work. A good week for teenagers, isn't it? In the Premier League and now in the Carabao Cup. James. Will Bogle get on the end of this? No. Harry Banham ensures it goes behind for a goal kick. Half of stoppage time safely negotiated by Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, big chance that was for Calvert-Lewin. He'll just want to see it through now, won't he, too? It's already penalty situation. Again, the pressure will be on Leeds.
Certainly has not been a vintage performance, this, by Leeds United. There's already penalties going to be happening in the game between Sunderland and Huddersfield at the Stadium of Light. You can watch that on Sky Sports Plus. That one's finished 1-1. Is it going to finish 1-1 here? Harrison to Biol. Palmer just putting the pressure on, trying to keep the ball as far away from his own goal as possible. Harrison. Nonto's on his way here. Players to look for, including Calvert-Lewin. Wonderful save from Horvath. Smothering stop to deny Calvert-Lewin what surely would have been the winner.
Oh, what a save again. Unbelievable finish to this game. It really has been. Horvath, absolutely brilliant. Some real big saves.
Peru. Yeah, quickly put through that one. Ernie Weaver.
How big a save was that from Horvath? Absolutely brilliant.
Bogle. Dan James. Calvert-Lewin again is there. Horvath came flying out. The defender helped him out. Nervous times for Sheffield Wednesday fans, to say the least.
It just hasn't foul foot. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, a cheeky little ball over the top here. And James, It's a flick, it just skids through. Horvath completely misses it.
Big clearance from Weaver here.
This is the save, isn't it, from Calvert-Lewin. Gets there, gets the contact, but stays nice and big, Ethan Horvath.
Back it goes by Biol. He played the 5 minutes of stoppage time. Wednesday fans baying for the final whistle. They've got the throw.
Well, credit to Sheffield Wednesday, and honestly, credit to him as well. He's picked a side he believes in. I know he hasn't had much choice really, but absolutely, talk about togetherness, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Spirit, bravery, everything you want when you name a young side against a Premier League team coming to Hillsborough. Henrik Pedersen has seen it by the bucket load, and they even took the lead. Daniel Farke's side responded through sub Jayden Bogle, but he threw on all the big guns. It wasn't enough to get the win, and now it goes to penalty kicks, courtesy of a couple of brilliant saves at the end from Ethan Horvath. So, spot kicks to come. It's finished after 90 minutes. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Leeds United 1. Wednesday up first, and Barry Bannon to take. Their go-to man, Lee.
Yeah, definitely the quality he possesses, dead ball situations, experience. And that's why he's been brought onto the pitch, you know, for that reason, just to really calm everyone down and step up and really set the tempo to the penalties.
Here we go. Barry Bannon first to take for Sheffield Wednesday. No problem whatsoever. And Wednesday take the lead.
What a cool, calm, collective penalty from Barry Bannon. And that goal with no supporters. I think there's a couple of ball boys behind there, and just witnessed a really composed penalty from Barry Bannon.
First up for Leeds, Yoel Piroe on his 100th appearance for the club against Ethan Horvath. Here goes Piroe, and he saved it! Astonishing! What a night Ethan Horvath is having on his home debut for Sheffield Wednesday.
Well, I wanted to select him as your player of the match. Obviously, there's a lot of young players out there who have been magnificent. This is brilliant, it really is. Talk about a big moment in this penalty shootout. Horvath stepped up, gone the right way. I'm not a big fan of people who really dilly-dally as they step up to take them penalties, and that's what Piroe did.
Ike Ugbo, a scorer in round one. And he's blasted it home. 2-0 to Wednesday in the shootout.
Wow, what a fabulous penalty this is. But steps up and really tucks this home so kindly. Dilly-dally there. Not too bad for a finish, was it? Sending Darlow the wrong way.
Step forward, Dominic Calvert-Lewin on his Leeds debut. Oh, he's placed it over! Leeds have missed their first two penalties. And they're staring at an exit here against all the odds.
Well, listen, I hate these situations, but we have to get to them, don't we? And this one, well. I think he will be so disappointed. Just needs that little bit of luck, doesn't he? And he blazes it high into the empty stands. Unbelievable.
Now, Liam Palmer. Can he make it 3-0 and pile the pressure on Leeds United here? He certainly can. 3 textbook spot kicks from Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, another very, very composed, experienced penalty. You've got it all to do now. Credit again goes to the Sheffield Wednesday side. I mean, it's been brilliant. Just look at them on the halfway line all together.
So, Sean Longstaff, a winner's medal in this competition last season, must score. Oh, it's saved again! Would you believe it? Even Horvath, the hero, as Sheffield Wednesday beat Leeds United to book their place in the 3rd round. And when you saw the lineups before the match, you would never think that was possible in a million years. 3-0 on penalties. Horvath with 2 big saves to add to all the stops in the 90 minutes. What a turn-up for the books here. And what a miserable night for Leeds on the back of that drubbing at Arsenal. They missed all 3 penalties in the shootout, and they head back to Ellen Road with their tails firmly between their legs. Off the field, the wheels may have come off, but on it, where it really matters, Wednesday have shown once again that they can put all the drama and disappointment to one side and deliver another outstanding exercise in crisis compartmentalisation from Henrik Pedersen and his young players, and all credit to them. It's Sheffield Wednesday who are through to round 3.